What's going on everyone on YouTube? Well, it's the Cockney biker and you're catching me and Melissa just sort of going for a spin on a beautiful cool day. Yeah, we're heading towards like late October and no, is it middle of October? I don't know. Didn't even bother to check. Definitely the best day for a spin. Yeah, they're bringing in roundabouts. Brace yourself for aggravations. Brace yourself for people forgetting what to do at the yield points or how to turn off. You'll probably see a bunch of people spinning around those roundabouts like a dozen times before they know what to do. But trust me though, when you do get used to them, they are handy. Like no more waiting at traffic lights or anything like that. It's like if you've got space, go. Don't have to hang about. Like I say, in Europe, they love them. Yeah, there's going to have 3 roundabouts on this road, yeah? As soon as they've finished, have a little petting zoo in the middle of them. School zone. Yeah, that little doodah that you probably heard, that's a school zone alert on my GPS. This is not the place to hit a daily 100. Yeah, Trip on 2 Wheels gave me a shout out earlier on today, which I really appreciate. That was very nice of him. I'm going to be one of the judges on his appeal for like names to call his new Fat Bob. I don't even know where I'm going. Melissa's leading the way. She's going to take me down what she says is her favourite little ride, because like, you know, for a flat area like this, it's pretty twisty. Yeah, so anyone can think of a really nice name to give to Trip on 2 Wheels' his new Fat Bob. Like I said, I'll be deciding. If you want to appeal to me, I don't know why, when it comes to motorcycles, I like names like stripper names. I've had Destiny, this is Cherry. The 250, his name was Tempe. Don't ask me why. But then again, I think I covered that in another video earlier on. What do you want like to name your bikes? Actually, on the subject of like naming your bikes, somebody pointed out it's quite weird. At least for me. Because what I like to do is I don't like to give myself too much choice, because then you'll be stuck for names for like God knows how many years. So I've got special names for special things. Now I'll give you an example. Like if I have a dog, they're named after booze. They're named after something alcoholic. I've had a whiskey, brandy, vodka and all that. We've got our dog Kirsch, which is basically German brandy. If I've got a cat, that cat's named after something you find on a map. Normally a country, but sometimes it can be a district or a city or a part of a city. I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Like right now we've got Chelsea and, sorry, not Chelsea. Right now we've got China and we've got Burma. Before that was Israel and Kenya. Kenya was my little angel. I loved that cat and I was so sorry when she died. I cried for bloody hours. Prior to that was Turkish and Chelsea, Sweden. Names you'll find on the map. And when it comes to motorcycles, I name them after strippers. Not that I've ever known a stripper called Cherry or Destiny or anything like that, but like the typical sort of strippery name or Pornhubbery kind of name. Then, you know, that's my convention. I mean, what's to call it Lurch? I'm not so sure about that as the name goes. I mean, it's something you can get used to. You know, because I've learned over my life that it's actually you that makes the name, not the other way round. I mean, before Arnold Schwarzenegger was Arnold Schwarzenegger, somebody probably tapped him on the shoulder and said to him, that's a terrible name, you don't want to be called that. So when his first movie, or at least when he first started going out or hitting the scene, he named himself Arnold Strong, until somebody talked him out of it and said, look, just be yourself, you are the one who'll make that name. So now Schwarzenegger is associated with action hero. I mean, we all know that to some degree. I mean, like, if any of you have just had a kid, or if any of you remember when you had kids and you're agonising over what you were going to call them, there were names that you said, absolutely love that name, and there are names that you're like, no way. And I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, if you pick a name and it belonged to some kid who tormented you at school, or some guy who was a complete and utter idiot, you're not ever likely to call them that name. Whereas if you got names of people who you just thought were superstars, you know, like the most popular kid in school or something like that, his name was probably whatever, Terry or Harry or Bob or Simon or whatever the case is, you'll associate that name with how great that person was, and that's what you'll want to name your kid. As an example. But anyway, like I said, whatever you name, whatever name you give to either your pet or your kids or your transport, it grows into that name. It becomes what you call it. This bike has become Cherry. I can't think of her as any other name. But it would have been the same if I'd have called her Lucy or Alexis or whatever, or Monroe. And the same would have been for your kids as well. I mean, your little Johnny would be doing just as well in school or in academics or in sports or whatever the case is if his name was Billy. And I think people lose touch of that fact when they're thinking of names, especially when they try to go for these bloody exotic names or like these weird spellings or weird pronunciations of a name. Everyone laughs about how I pronounce Dawn's name. I'm from England, so Dawn is Dawn, like Dawn, 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 Dawn. In America it's Dawn. I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I can't really tell the difference, it's Dawn. But it's just how you do it. Same with names like Michelle. You call it Michelle, we say Michelle.
Low battery.
Well, my car though just told me it's got low battery, but I thought I charged it. I'll have to check on that when I get home. Hey Cardo, battery status.
Battery status, 25%.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to double check and make sure I got that charged up. I must have forgotten to plug it in. Oh, and incidentally, I think it's improved slightly now, the voice recognition on the Cardo Pack Talk, as you just saw there. I mean, that's all I ever use the voice commands for anyway. Everything else, I just sort of go through the phone. I do the Google and all that. What I had to do is, like I said, lower my voice a little bit. So it was on the news that some young girl, this is really sad, this story, this young girl out like on a skateboard or just sort of playing around outside, she gets hit by a car in a hit and run. I mean, I don't know if she's going to be alright or anything. She got airlifted to Shreveport Hospital, but the police are still looking for the driver. It was a hit and run. I mean, how screwed up do you have to be to like smack into some kid and like go, uh-oh, I'm not hanging around for this, and then take off? You have to be scum. You have to be the lowest form of life. But I hope they catch the git who went and done that, to not even stop and lean out and say, you're right, oh, I better call the police, or I better call an ambulance or something. Like I said, most of the time that people do that is because they're like drunk or something and they know they're going to get in trouble.
Sadly, the day after this video was made, 15-year-old Ashley Dorsey died of her injuries while in hospital. However, the police arrested and charged a 51-year-old man with negligent homicide and felony hit and run. He had previous convictions for DUI and reckless driving on his record. It's just another example of a driver who shouldn't have been allowed on the roads. Now my sympathies go to family and friends.
Well, I'm going to go on and enjoy this ride in complete silence because it's a beautiful ride. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. It's just down there, and there's some more videos hovering around here somewhere. In the meantime, you all take care of yourselves, you ride safe, and as always, laters.